Academy Award nominee, star of the big screen, the small screen, and in Toronto for the theatre, Chazz Palminteri. Buongiorno. I have been talking your ear off since the second you walked in. First of all, you are a tall drink of water, Chazz.
Yes, I am.
Cologero,
that's me.
We're about to do this whole thing in Italian. Let's talk a little bit about your love for theater, how it catapulted you into the star you are today. And by the way, it's about time you bring it to Toronto. You've been doing A Bronx Tale for how long now?
Well, on and off now. It's over 20 years, yes.
20 years?
Yes.
You're almost up to 1,000 shows?
Yes.
It's a one-man show. You put on how many different voices and characters during the show?
I play 18 characters.
Exhausting.
Yes.
So at this point, do you rhyme it off like a song, or do you have to take a refresher course? Because you do 20 shows a year still, right?
Yeah, I still do 20, 25 shows a year, yes.
So
yes.
Have you memorized them all, or do you have to brush up on some? What happens if you trip up? No one could save you.
No, well, you know, since I wrote the show, and no one will know. But no, I work on it a lot, and when I know I'm about to do it, I rehearse on the treadmill. It's a really exhausting show. So I get on my treadmill when I jog, and I just go over the whole show in my head.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about the story. I was talking to my brother-in-law Marco yesterday. We all love Usual Suspects. It's on everybody's top 10 list.
Thank you.
So the path that got you there is because you kind of felt like you had exhausted all the opportunities. Yeah,
I guest starred I was on Hill Street Blues, excuse me, in a bunch of shows. Then I ran out of money again. So I said, well, you know what? If they won't give me a great part in movies, I'll write one myself. So I got these 5 tabs of paper, and I started writing about this killing that I saw when I was 9 years old. And I wrote it, and then it took me about 10 months to write that. I did it with my theater workshop class. I wrote it, then I performed it for them, kept writing a little bit, performed it for them. And then after 10 months, I had a 90-minute show. My friend lent me $25,000. I put it up in this little theater in L.A., and bam! The reviews came out over the top, and it got crazy. After the first week, they offered me $250,000 to walk away.
Wow.
I had $187 in the bank. I said no. And then finally, 3 weeks later, another studio came in and offered me $500,000 to walk away. No. I said, I have to play Sonny. I have to write the screenplay. They said, impossible. You're a great actor, but nobody knows who you are. We need a star. And then every director, writer, producer, studio head came to see it. It became the hottest property in the world at the time. Then I got offered $1 million to walk away. And again, Dina, I said no.
Why? How? How did you find that strength?
Because I knew I wanted to play Sonny, and this was my life, and I wanted to make sure they did it right. And then about a week later after that, Robert De Niro walked into the theater.
Bobby De Niro walks in to check out what's this Chazz kid all about?
Yeah,
why is this play getting so much buzz?
That's right.
Falls in love with you in the play.
And that was it.
And he says, listen, we got to make the movie together.
Said, we'll make the movie together. You play Sonny, you write the screenplay, I'll play your father, and I'll direct it.
And boom.
That was it.
Brilliant movie. And from there, you go to Bullets Over Broadway, Academy Award nominee, boom, Usual Suspects.
Boom.
Wow, amazing. So to this day, are you and De Niro super tight?
Yeah, we're good friends, yes.
And when you hit the stage and you tell the story, because it is semi-autobiographical, most kids, if they witness something as traumatic as young Colangelo did, you know, it would kind of put them maybe on that path.
You know, it really didn't bother me. You know, Dina, people always go, my God, it must have been so traumatic. And I always go, not really. I don't know. I just saw it, and I just didn't rat the guy out. I don't know. I just had a good attitude, I guess. And I had a very strong mom and dad. My dad, that was my dad. My dad was a bus driver. And he always said, the saddest thing in life is wasted talent. Don't waste your life, son. Because he saw people waste their life in the neighborhood, you know. So,
how proud rather was your dad of your success?
Mo, very, very proud. And he saw a lot of it, you know. He only died a few years ago, so he saw my success for 25 years.
And your mom, God bless her, still alive, still coming to your shows?
My mom just saw my show in Florida when I did it there. She lives in Boca. And she came to see the show, and I introduced her, and everybody gave her a standing ovation. Good.
She deserves it.
She does.
And people are giving you standing ovations because it is brilliant. Do you get exhausted? Is there ever a night where you feel like I can't do it?
No. No, never. I cannot wait to get on that stage because the show is so well crafted, and I hate to say that, but it really is. People said it'll never work in Vegas. I did it in Vegas. It became the show of the year in Las Vegas. I beat out Cirque du Soleil.
Wow.
Okay, I'm by myself, and I beat out. They came in second. I came in first for show of the year.
80 people in tights bending backwards, and everyone wants to go see Chazz.
That's
He's a dynamo show, and of course, we'd love you a Modern Family as Shorty.
Well, thank you.
How much fun are you having? going to be back as the recurring
I'm
role
going
of
to be
Shorty?
back, yeah. I've been on a bunch of times, and I'll be back again as Shorty. I love doing the show. Ed O'Neill is great, Sophia.
O'Neill.
The whole cast is great. Steve Levitan, who wrote it, is just brilliant, and it's a great show.
And the big screen, you've got a couple of more things cooking up. Anything you could promote or tease? We'll be seeing you soon.
Well, actually, Hollywood and Wine. I did that with David Spader. That's coming out. I did a movie with Andy McDowell called A Fine Line. That's coming out. So you know, some good things are happening.
You have a restaurant in Baltimore?
I own a restaurant in Baltimore in Harbor East. It's called Chazz. I wanted to make it like the authentic pizza like we had when I was young. Coal fire oven. 2000 temperature 2,000 degrees, cooks in 90 seconds. Boom.
I love it. I'm going to hook you up with some pizzerias that do that here, and I want your take on it. Deal? You'll
great.
tweet me. Tweet at Chazz Palminteri for more information on the show in Twitter. You'll see him actually not this Saturday. It's Saturday, March 29th, so you're coming back.
I'll be back March 29th for the first time, one night only, Dina.
One night only.
First time
See him live. A Bronx Tale, first time in Canada. You'll be back. Saturday, March 29th at the St. Lawrence Center for the Arts, Jane Mallet Theater. Get your tickets, stlc.com. Follow at Chazz Palminteri on Twitter. And maybe you should open up a Toronto restaurant.
Maybe.
So you can come back more often to your theater, make a pizza. It's a win-win.
Thank you so much. God bless.
God bless you too. Right over to Melanie Ng in the newsroom.